Cô ơi cho xin cốc trà đá với ạ. Cho cốc trà đá nhé.
Welcome back to Beyond Tada of Tammy and Huinlei. My name is Huinlei in Frankfurt, Germany. So before we start our talk today, I want to ask you two simple questions. Have you ever felt like you just don't want to hang out with other people, just want to stay at home in the couch, watching a films or read a book, or but then you feel like you should be going out with other friends, and it creates some kind of pressure for you? Or have you ever felt like you really don't want to go networking? It's terrifying for you actually. So if the answer for you is yes for two of these questions, then welcome my friend to the introvert land. So I think we live in a world where a lot of attention is paid to extroverts. They're perceived as more friendly, as good at team building, as even better in leadership in some cases. So there's some sort of pressure for introvert to be more like extrovert. But the question is, should they? And let's welcome our guest for today, a dear friend of mine in Frankfurt, Rea Albor. Rea is living in Frankfurt, as I mentioned, and she's working for one of the big investment bank here in Germany. So, hi Rea, welcome to the chat today, and thank you for your time.
Hi, hi, I'm Rea. So, let me tell you a story what's my journey, how I discovered being a highly introverted individual. So, I was just starting my corporate life back then. So, I'm preparing for my interview for promotion. And then I was speaking to my mentor, and then he said, Rhea, one of the most difficult things in life is to know yourself. And it hit me because I thought growing up, there's something wrong about myself. I didn't know about that. So it's like when I was a child, we will go to this fast food chain with my mother, and then my mother will say, go to the cashier and order the food. And you know how much struggles and pressure had during that time. So I was a child, that to go to the cashier, to tell to the cashier what do I wanted to order and such. So it's like it draws a lot of energy from me. And then in school, I'm not the type of the student like whenever my teacher would ask questions, I'm the first one who will raise the hand. So I'm not that type. So there's always someone who's the first who's going to raise the hand, and then I'm always like being left out because it's like a struggle to me to raise the hand and answer the question and such. And then at work, I think one of the struggles I had is like whenever you need to go to the meeting, and then you have to deal with people that you don't know yet, and it draws a lot of energy from me. It's like a stress to like speak up because I need to be like have myself feel comfortable before I open up.
So, as an introvert, what activities do you like to do? What bring you joy? And yeah, you already mentioned what is a drain, energy drain for you. So, what do you like to do?
It depends on the day. So
Okay.
if I had my just recharge my energy, so I can be like an extrovert. I can go to parties. I don't have that experience that I never go out with people or such. So I'm always open to that, like go to the party or meet new friends or and such. But I think what really brings me joy is like if I have the liberty to spend that alone time, and at the same time, like I mentioned to you, I don't have the feeling of being excluded. And then the people around me, like my friends, my family, those people that I love, that these people have impact on me. um they understood me. So that's what brings joy to me. There's no specific activities that I would say, oh, I love just reading books. Oh, I love just going out. So it depends. It depends on the, because every person would also want to experience new things, right? So so for me, there's really not that specific activities that I would say I love to do this, but it's more of like being in a situation that you feel at peace because you can do these things.
Mm.
So I don't know if I answered the question, but it's more of like that. So of course, I would say most of the time, if I will answer by statistics, so there's a lot of time that and watching Netflix, just spending time with several, just small group of people, chatting with friends that I feel comfortable with. So it's more like that. But I don't want to like put myself in the box that this is the only activities that I would want to do.
This is just me thinking out loud. I'm not sure if it's a good idea, but do you think, because some people also cannot like read clues, because for example, in our case, I sort of realize you're an introvert, but some people might not know. So do you think it would be a good idea if you let people know, like, then they will also not, then they will understand you more. I'm not sure if this is a good idea or if you're comfortable with that.
I guess it's more of like if you're in a situation where you meet new people, like if you're introduced to a new person. So I don't think I think it's more of like the chemistry. So you don't need to just say to everyone, "Oh, I'm an introvert," or something
Yeah.
like that, and then people will say, "So I don't care." So
It's also
I know,
true.
I don't
Yeah.
have to do that. It's like it's more of like if you're introduced to a group of like a crowd, and you get to look for people where you have chemistry with, and
Mm.
then in my case, if I have that, if I felt that, oh, I have this chemistry with this person, I can share something, I can share myself. I don't need to think about the small talks and stuff, and then we can have this topic that we can discuss. It's like an organic thing that will happen. So it doesn't. You don't need to tell to someone.
You don't have
So
to
it's like
broadcast
for
your
me,
brain.
I'm a believer. I'm a believer of like everything organic.
Okay.
You know, like
Yeah.
yeah, it will happen if you're click with someone, it will happen. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So
yeah.
yeah.
My next question is also about like relationship. Do you think being
Hmm.
an introvert somewhat affects, and if there's some effect, then what it is, when it comes to relationship, with
Hmm.
friendship, romantic relationship.
Hmm. I guess when it comes to relationships in general, so I guess it's more of like it doesn't matter where you're an introvert, or extrovert. It doesn't matter. It's more of like an understanding where each of you are coming from. It's more of like understanding the individuality of the person, and it's more of like respect, I would say. So personality is a big factor, I guess, because um, it depends on the personality where you will have this chemistry, like I would say. So it's and then after that, it's more of like a decision. If you're like, I need to work on this relationship. If I will say I need to work on this relationship, like in my case, I will spend time trying to understand the other person. What makes that person happy? What makes that person not happy? What annoys that person? Or just the simple things that would make that person comfortable or heard or respected and everything, something like that. So for me, relationship is more of like understanding each other where you're coming from, and then being an individual on your own, and then sharing what you have. So I think that's relationship.
Thank you, Rea, for sharing. It's I
Mm-hmm.
learned more about introvert and about you also today, and there's very good tips about navigating introvert, extrovert, and also at workplace and relationship that I hope is useful for the viewers here. And for you guys, thank you for listening as usual. And, you know, if you're an introvert or if you are an extrovert that has introvert friends, what does it feel like? Or if you have any questions, please reach out to us, leave a comment, or drop us an email at beyondchada@gmail.com or at beyondchada.com. Subscribe to our e-newsletter. And for now, thank you and have a nice weekend.